All right, let's give this a shot. Hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and today we're going to be talking about bending strings the correct way. I got 3 secrets for you. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. Now, before I forget, if you're looking for my help to learn songs on demand, to be able to pick up a song, play it from day one, and play along with the record, then definitely check out playfromday1.com, add your name to the waiting list, answer a few quick questions about your guitar playing, and I'll reach out to you if it feels like a good fit, and we can go from there. So, string bending. Let's make sure that you can bend the strings and sound good when you bend. Now, bending is one of those techniques that really separates the amateurs from the pros. If you don't bend strings properly, then it tends to sound very amateur very quickly. And what I mean by that is most bends, when they're not done correctly, they kind of fall flat. So they aren't raised to the pitch, and it makes it sound kind of dull and flat. So if you're playing something that's, for example, if you're going to be playing something that sounds like this, then maybe it sounds like this, like it doesn't really sound like what it's supposed to get to. You don't quite get to that note, and the listener notices this right away. They get this right away. And this is a problem because if you fix this, you'll instantly sound way more pro, way faster, okay? And it's not something that's going to take years to correct. I have 3 secrets for you. I call these the 3 T's, okay? Now, they're going to be target, team, and torque. So target, team, and torque. And each one of these is going to make your bend sound better. Okay, now I'm also trying a new tech setup over here. I've got a new microphone, and I just want to double check that everything is working. So if you could see and hear clearly, please let me know in the comments. So let's get right to it. I've got 3 examples for you. Actually, first, before we get to that, there are 3 main types of bends. We have a half bend, we have a full bend, and then we have a 1.5 bend. Okay, and those 3 bends, all that means really is just it's in musical terms it's a semitone apart, or in guitar terms it's a fret apart. The full bend is, that one's a half, then the full bend is whole tone, or 1 tone apart, and that's in frets, that's 2 frets, and then with a 1.5 bend, that's going to be a whole tone and a half. Okay, and so with guitar, that's 3 frets. Now let me show you. It's going to make more sense when I show you what this what's supposed to sound like. So let me just go to my guitar cam here. Basically, when you have a bend, we have, let's say, I'm going from the 9th fret. So a half bend would sound like this. A full bend would sound like this, and a 1.5 bend would sound like this. Okay, now you could hear how each one of those went right to the pitch, okay? And in order to do this, so that you don't have to fall flat, what you do is you do something called target, okay? So now target, if I'm gonna do a half bend, then what I do is I make sure I go, let's say in this example, the 9th fret with the on the 3rd string. I'm gonna first play, before I play this bend, I'm gonna go to the 10th fret, so it's a half bend, so I'm gonna go 1 fret up, I'm going to get that sound in my ear, and then I'm going to go back to the original location, and I'm going to try to match that sound. So it sounds like this. And you bend up until you hit that pitch, and you stop when you hit that pitch. And the reason why you play this one first is to record that in your ear. And if you didn't reach it, like if you went like this, then you're not going high enough. And if you go too high, you know it's too high. So what you're training yourself to do is you're making sure that you know exactly on this guitar how to play a bend. On different guitars it feels slightly different, but your ear is kind of what stops it. It's like, oh, when it hits that pitch, this is what stops it. And the muscles also contribute. Your muscle memory will contribute to this as well. But that's how to, so you target either the half bend, which is 1 fret up, the full bend, which is 2 frets up, so you play that first, or the full bend, 1.5 bend, sorry, which is 3 frets up. Okay. Now that alone will really help your bending, but sometimes, even with this target, sometimes you might have a bit of a problem because you try to bend and you go like this. Let's say, okay, so I'm going to do a half bend. And maybe you get there with a half, but then you try the full bend and you can't quite get there. Okay, now there's two reasons for that, and that's the other two secrets: team and torque. So I'll just kind of tackle both of these at the same time. Anytime that you can have more than one finger do the bend, it's going to be better. Okay, so imagine like you're moving furniture and you're trying to move a couch. If you move a couch by yourself, it's going to be really, really tricky and almost impossible. So if you have a friend do it, then it's going to be easier. If you have two friends help, then it's going to be even better. So you have a team of fingers helping you, and that means you're going to have all the fingers on the same string, and you're going to use that to push. And so, for example, one finger would be like this, trying to get to this full bend, 2 frets up. So I've got my target, but I can't quite get there. So I can either use 2 fingers and use the middle finger to bend, but I'm supporting it with the index behind it. So there actually I went too high, so that already helped. I like to bend anywhere I can with the ring finger. Okay, I just like how that feels, but for you it might be different. It's just, if you have to bend with the index finger, then just do it. Make sure that you have the target there. But and the third secret I'll tell you in a second. But if you can, if the song permits, then you can use more than one finger, and so that's the team. So have a team bending, and that means that you're just going to have all 3 fingers or 2 fingers or all 4 fingers even on the string at the same time. It's fine if they're all on at the same time. These ones don't make a sound. These are just there to help support, to lift that couch. Okay. Now, so team is there. We got our target, we got our team, and now the last one is torque. So torque means that when we bend, we want to bend fast. We want to get up to that target as soon as possible. So when we go here, so let's say from the 9th fret, I got my team over here, got my target, half bend. I go up to that as soon as possible, fast. Okay, I'm not going to go like and really drag it. I'm going to go so. Okay, and then if I go full, 2 frets up, I push, I go fast. I go as I keep maintain the contact with the string on the fretboard, and I go fast. Okay, I don't want to go drag up and push like as if it's a bench press or something like that. I want to go fast. So the target is to record the sound, the team is to help with the lift, and the torque is to get up to the pitch as soon as possible. It just helps to get up to the pitch rather than carry that weight. Okay, now the full bend sounded like that. Then the 1.5 bend, this one needs the most torque. So go fast. Okay, because if you went like this and you tried pushing, you just tap out. You can't get there. So you go fast, okay? Now, those are, target, team, and torque. Now, I'm going to give you 3 examples here of each, 3 examples of each type of bend with famous riffs. So, Blaze of Glory would be an example of a half bend. So, forgive me, I relearned this right before the video. I think it's, so on that one, I used a team. Okay, I was bending with the middle finger and I was supporting it with the index, and that's a half bend. Okay, for full bend, it would be Stairway to Heaven. I would play that on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and I'd go. So what I'd do is I would play. I'd get my first actually, I'm just retune my string. It's a lot of bending. Okay, and I have my target on the 9th fret. And I go, so it's right there, right? I can do that 3 times without making a mistake. And then when I play, I know exactly where it is. So when I'm playing this Stairway solo, it starts off strong, and that's because I have that target there. Okay, does this make sense? Now the third and final example would be for a full bend, and that would be Hotel California, and that's where it goes at the beginning of the solo. And what we do, that's for a 1.5 bend, I'm going from 12, I'm trying to create this 15th fret, so 3 frets up because it's a 1.5 bend, and I hear that sound, and I'm practicing here with my team. I've got my target, I've got my team, and I've got my torque. 3 times without making a mistake. Okay, that one, the last one wasn't amazing, but it's okay, I'll take it. So here, then when you play it, so basically I have the 1.5 bend locked in because I did the target first, and then I made sure to use the team, and then I used the torque to get up to speed, or up to pitch, I should say. And now, you notice that I didn't do this as an exercise. Notice how I played this along with, or to songs, like to actual songs. I had Blaze of Glory by Bon Jovi. I have Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. I have Hotel California by the Eagles. And it's really important to practice these techniques with an actual song, rather than just, oh, here's how to do a bend, here's how to do a bend. Always attach it to songs, and specifically songs you love. If you don't love those songs, find songs that you love that have those half bends, full bends, 1.5 bends. Okay, hopefully that helps. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about bends, but hopefully the 3 T's, the team, in order, it would be target, team, and torque. Okay, target, team, and torque. If you have those 3 T's, then you're gonna really, really improve your bends, and then not sound like an amateur anymore. Instantly, you're gonna sound way more professional, and you're going to start to turn heads like, whoa, this person knows how to play. It's not going to sound amateur. It's not going to fall flat. Okay, so those are the string bending secrets for today. Let me know if you liked the video, and if you did and you want to take your guitar playing even further with my help, definitely check out playfromday1.com. Add your name to the waiting list, answer a few quick questions about your guitar playing, and I'll read the answers, and I'll reach out to you afterwards. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.